Hey there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with another collection pickup video. I picked up a bunch of stuff this time, so I have a lot to talk about, so let's get started. First off, I picked up some NES games. Picked up Kings of the Beach for from Ultra. Like I mentioned in my New Year's resolution video, I want to hopefully pick up every Capcom and every Konami game on the NES. Ultra was the sister brand for Konami. Back in the NES days, Nintendo limited how many games a publisher can come out within a year. So Konami went around that by releasing games under the Konami name and then releasing games under the Ultra name. So they got away with publishing more games. And this one is basically just a beach volleyball game. The graphics are pretty cool, but I don't know, the gameplay's kind of slow. But it is one of the few games that allows you to play with three other players, so you get 4-player action. And like I said, it's an Ultra game, so that was reason enough to pick it up. And it comes with its black dust sleeve, so that was another bonus. Another Ultra game I was able to pick up, and I'm surprised I didn't own, was Skate or Die. I have Ski or Die, and I have Skate or Die 2, but I just thought I had this one, and I didn't. But it's another Ultra game, and it's a skate game. It's kind of fun. And I picked up Old Pro Basketball. I mentioned before I'm not a big fan of sports games, but this game was published by Big Tokai, and they released the Golgo 13 games and Clash at Demon Hen. So I thought it was really weird to see a basketball game by them, so I picked it up, but still haven't played it. The last game on the NES I picked up is Cyber Stadium Series Space Wars. Another game by Ultra, and this is basically just a baseball game with robots, but this one's actually pretty fun. Totally dug this one. Then for the Super Nintendo, I was able to find Street Fighter 2. This is the first game released, the first arcade port released on the Super Nintendo, since they did come out with Turbo. And if somewhere along the line I see Turbo, I'll definitely pick it up, because this one is just like the arcade. You can only choose your main fighters, but in Turbo you can choose the bosses, so that's another reason to pick it up. But still, fun game. I remember playing this in the arcade. I'm not really good at fighting games, but I do like to play them. My two brothers are really good for fighting games. They would always kick ass, but I still like playing them. Also picked up for the Super Nintendo, again by Capcom, Final Fight. This is another port of their arcade game. It's missing some animations, and you can only control one character. It doesn't have a co-op option, but it's still Final Fight. I mean, you can choose either from Mike Hagar or Cody, and you go beating up punks that abducted Mike Hagar's daughter. So classic game. I always enjoy visiting Metro City, and I hope to someday find the other two, Final Fight 2 and 3. For the 64, I was able to find Shadowgate 64, Trials of the Four Towers, published by Kemco, and I owned the first Shadowgate on the NES, and I thought it was a really cool, unique adventure game. You go around exploring this dungeon. In this one, you're part of this caravan that gets ambushed, and you start the game in a dungeon. So it's in a first-person view, so you have to look around, and then the game tells you what you can and cannot do. But it's a really fun game. I'm really enjoying Shadowgate 64. So yeah. And I went to a GameStop and I picked up Contact, published by Atlas. This is a really cool RPG. It combines art styles from Earthbound and from Golden Sun, or at least those are the games I thought of when I was playing this game. And it's basically a role-playing game, but the game acknowledges that you, the player, are controlling the game. It's actually pretty trippy, but it's really fun. I'm really liking this game. So if you have a chance to see it, it's really cheap right now, so I'd recommend it. Then finally, I was able to find the only GameStop that still carries GameCube games recently got some new games, and I'm really, really happy I found this particular game because it's a game I've been searching for all over the place, and it's the last of the Mario games I wanted for the GameCube, and that's a Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. This is a Dance Dance Revolution game by Konami, but it stars Mario, the Mario universe, and it features Mario songs. So, and like I said, I've been looking everywhere for this game, and I could never find it. It doesn't unfortunately come with the dance mat, but a few months ago I picked up dance mat for the Wii, and that plugs into the GameCube port on the console. So I just plugged this on that mat on the GameCube, and I can play this game, and it is awesome. So happy to find Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. So really, really happy about that. And that same GameStop, I was also able to find the last Star Wars games I wanted on the GameCube, and that's Star Wars Jedi Outcast, Jedi Knight 2. This one, I don't know where it fits in the storyline, but it does follow the events of Dark Forces, which is a game that came out on the PlayStation 1. This also has a first-person mode, but then once you rediscover your Force powers, you switch into this third-person view, and it's a fun game. It's actually kind of dark. Maybe I just have to adjust my television, but awesome game. And like I said, with this one, I complete my Star Wars games on the GameCube. So happy and stoked about that. And the last game I picked up for the PlayStation 3, I was finally able to find Final Fantasy 13 at a price, at a good price, at a Blockbuster. um, I didn't want to buy it full price because I didn't hear that many good things about it. But I was gonna buy it anyway because I collect the Final Fantasy series. And after playing it for a few hours, I kind of regret not buying it earlier. I don't know why so many people were complaining about it, but it's really fun. The animation on this thing is incredible. The game engine is used for the cutscenes, and they look insanely cool. So I really, really regret not playing this before, but really happy I was able to find it at a great price and finally add it to the collection. So yeah. And well, now on to some movies. I was able to find The Prestige. This is a Christopher Nolan movie, and Christopher Nolan's fast becoming one of my favorite directors and writers. Right up there with Guillermo del Toro, and this one follows the story of two rival magicians. They always want to up the other one, and it's a really, really cool movie, and I totally dug it. And come on, where else are you going to see a movie where Wolverine fights Batman? So that's pretty cool. I'm just missing Memento, which is, I believe, Christopher Nolan's first movie. But yeah, really, really cool movie. And I picked up Saw 3. The Saw concept, I thought the original one was really, really cool. It was really unique. I'm not into these torture movies. I've never seen Hostel for the same reason. They just don't hold my attention. But I saw the first one, then I saw the second one. The second one kind of wasn't as good. And I saw this one, and I thought the series should have ended on this one because this is the one where they kill Jigsaw. So how they were able to produce more sequels after this one, I have no idea. But definitely, this one's a better movie than the second one, but not as good as the first one. Picked up National Treasure, starring Nicolas Cage. This is a Jerry Bruckheimer movie. And, he made Pirates and he made the Prince of Persia movies, which I liked. So I picked this one up, and the plot of this one's basically someone's trying to steal they're trying to steal the Declaration of Independence for some plot, and they end up finding this hoard of treasure left by the Templars. The story's kind of trippy, but it's actually a pretty good movie, and it stars Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage, so you can't go wrong with that. I also picked up Hero, starring Jet Li, and the chick from Crouching Tiger, Shang Ci, I think that's how you pronounce her name. And this one's a really good movie. It has a lot of really impressive action scenes, and they handle the story like in flashbacks, so in each flashback they handle a different color. It's really cool eye candy, and the story's pretty cool, but the ending kind of left me kind of confused. But all in all, a really, really good movie. I totally recommend this movie. And I picked up The Princess Bride. This is based on a book by the same name, and the story starts with a grandpa visiting his sick grandson, and he starts reading this story about true love and everything. It's an 80s movie, but it still holds up pretty good. I totally dug it. Inigo Montoya is is by far my favorite character, and it stars Andre the Giant. So as a wrestling fan, how could I not pick up this movie? So really cool. Also picked up The Ring. This is one of those American adaptations of really cool Japanese movies like The Grudge. And it's really cool. The first Grudge I liked, the other ones not so much. And I really like this one. It's really scary, it's really suspenseful. It's about this tape that if you watch it 7 days later you die, and this creepy little girl, Samara I think her name is comes after you. But a really good movie. Really, really like that one. And I picked up, finally, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. There's that Shang CG again. And it stars Michelle Yeoh and Chow Yun-fat. Awesome movie. The martial arts are really cool. The story is awesome. Just, really, really cool movie. Totally dug it. And I picked up the first scary movie, the only good scary movie in my opinion, since the sequels after this one are really bad. They spoof, Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, basically all those horror movies, and it's really, really funny. I just watched it again, and I still get a kick out of this movie. Again, the only good scary movie, but it stars, Jen and Elizabeth, and yeah, really cool. And I got as a gift this movie starring Nicole Kidman, The Stepford Wives. I have not seen it yet. All I know is that it's about this town that the women turn into the perfect women, and then this average person who's Nicole Kidman's character smells something fishy and stuff like that. And I know it's a remake from an old movie, but I still have to watch this one, so can't talk much about that one. And I picked up Bill Murray in Stripes. You gotta love Bill Murray. From Ghostbusters, Groundhog Day, Lost in Translation. And even Zombieland. Bill Murray's awesome. And in this one, he stars with John Candy and Harold Ramis, who also starred in Ghostbusters. So, really, really, really cool movie. And the last movie I picked up is not actually a movie. It's more like a documentary. But it's Bond Girls Are Forever. It's basically a documentary, and it has a photo gallery of every single Bond girl that has appeared in the 20 movies so far. And James Bond is cool, and the Bond girls are definitely even cooler. So really, really happy I was able to find this one. Just a nice compliment to my James Bond collection. And the last thing I picked up that I wanted to share with you guys is another addition to my coffee mugs. And this one has good old Maggie Simpson in there. I only have two coffee mugs, but the first one is that Homer Simpson one I picked up, and now this Maggie one. But I'm a huge Simpsons fan. I gotta pick up anything that has to do with the Simpsons. So yeah. Oh yeah, guys, those were my pickups for this video. You know me, I always like to recommend a movie and a game from each one of these videos. So for this video, I'll recommend The Prestige. And game-wise, Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. You work up a sweat, but the music is cool. So yeah. So that's it, guys. Until I make another video, this is Vargas XX78 signing off.